Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Happy Freaky Friday to you, mother. I'm happy to see you guys. Happy to see you guys. Happy to be alive, really. Happy to have another day to be misunderstood by the world. To be misunderstood by the world. We are misunderstood by the world as Eagles fans. They hate us because they ain't us. But it's okay. They can try to play us, but they just gonna play themselves. Amen. So with that being said, let's just wait for this airplane to drive by real quick or fly by. And then let's get into talking. So today on the Preaching Burger podcast, we're gonna talk about four players that recently went on a news conference or a press conference for the Eagles and talked about how they're doing their OTAs and all that good stuff, right? So, yeah. And we're going to get right to it in a couple seconds, and we're back. So, look. First person we're going to talk about is Nicholas Morrow. So, Nicholas Morrow, what I got from Nicholas Morrow is that he's a very smart young man. Nicholas Morrow had 85 solo tackles for the Bears last year, while Kaiser White only had 65 solo tackles for the Eagles last year, meaning we're getting a player that, in my opinion, provides a lot of unexpected depth to the team. I don't think we're done at linebacker, like I've said before, but he is surprisingly fast and he's surprisingly side to side. One of the main things that I took away from what Nicholas Morrow said was that he's played in multiple schemes, so he's well versed in being a tool and being able to be used in multiple ways, right? So the Eagles, we run a 3-4 defense, so I think it's going to be really great for us to have somebody that has positional versatility to be able to play the Sam, to play the off-ball position, and to also, just be able to cover as well because he's a fast guy. The other main characteristic the main takeaway that I had from his press conference was that Nakobe Dean got the green dot, and he was a little mad about it. I mean, just a little bit, I felt a little undertones of not hatred, but competition. I like that. I think he really wants to be something special. He wants the green dot one day. He wants to make a name for himself. What I took away from his press conference is that this man really wants to make a name for himself, and I think how he really outdid himself. This man is searching for a bag. And he realized that coming to the Eagles is one of the best opportunities for him to get that bag, simply because the D-line that we have, right? Cool, but then we're going to hop into the next person. The next person we're going to talk about is Cam Jurgens. The main takeaways that I took from Cam Jurgens is that this man is very thankful to have Jason Kelsey, to have Landon Dickerson, to have Jordan Mailata be next to him and teach him the ways of being himself and teach him the ways of technique. The man isn't salty at all. He's ready to play a role. He doesn't seem nervous. He seems ready. He seems ready to go. He's happy about his weight. He talked about being at 305 pounds, being at 310, wanting to be agile, but to be focused on himself, which is something I think is really important for players to really think about, right? You can't be in your head trying to be somebody else when you're you. You can't try to be Landon Dickerson. You can't. He's 2 inches shorter than Landon Dickerson, and he's also 30 pounds lighter, at least. And I'm glad he understands his limitations. He understands what he's working on and what he needs to do to improve. I'm really excited to see Cam Jurgens this year. Honestly, I would prefer to have Steen in that role, but Cam Jurgens is a former second-round pick, so I can't imagine him not getting playing time, if I'm being completely honest, but I'd prefer to have Steen in, for being real. 6'6", what can I say? All right, I'm sorry. The next person that I'm gonna talk about right now is, who was it? Oopsie. Forgot for a second. The next person I'm gonna talk about is Terrell Edmonds. So Terrell Edmonds, formerly out of Pittsburgh, he got the start today in OTAs, or he got the start yesterday in OTAs, meaning he's starting next to Blankenship. It is what we expected. Do I think that's going to continue? I don't know. Terrell Edmonds, I'm gonna be honest. He seemed a little nervous up there. He seemed a little nervous when I was talking about Sidney Brown. He was really kind of ecstatic about the possibility of Sidney Brown being an Eagle for a very long time. Talked about Sidney Brown being a sponge, a person that is super enthusiastic about the game and super enthusiastic about getting better for the game. And that's something we love to hear as Eagles fans. And we kind of figured that he was going to be like that because he got the red dot or the red star or whatever. Got the red what? We know that he's one of the few players to be considered for the red star. And I'm really excited to see him in training camp, or I see him in preseason. I can't wait to see him stick somebody. They talk about this boy like he is a heat-seeking missile. And I'm glad to see Terrell Edmonds also talk about his teammate like we've been hearing about his teammate. That lets us know that the reports aren't fake and they aren't just exaggerating stuff. And I'm excited to see it. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. He seemed real nervous. Terrell Edmonds seemed real nervous. I'm not sure if he's going to start. I don't even know if he's going to make the team, to be honest. He just seemed that nervous to me. He is starting, but the job's definitely up for competition, for sure. Can't wait to see how it goes. Personally, I hope Terrell Edmonds gets it. Just because he has that experience, and we need somebody with experience back there, to play with the boys. But if Sidney Brown's out there killing it and he just takes his position, well, I mean, it is what it is. And the last person that I say for the best is Jordan Davis, right? Jordan Big Davis. All right, sorry. Jordan Big Baby Davis over here. The monster himself. The 6'6", 4'7" run-in monster himself was at the podium today to talk about the Eagles, and I was so excited to hear him talk. He talking about Freaky Fridays and getting beastie out here. Talking about his conditioning, how much he worked on that. Talking about how he's excited that Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh were next to him to teach him how to be a better player. How he's going to try to pass on that knowledge to his new boys. How he's going to pass that knowledge to Fletcher. Pass that knowledge that Fletcher Cox gave him to Nolan Smith and to Jalen Carter. I'm excited to see it. I'm so excited to see it because realistically, things that people may not understand is that when people get put in positions of power or positions where you're kind of in charge of like a family member, like in a brotherly situation where you're the older brother and you're taking care of your brother, sometimes you grow from that. Sometimes you become a better person because you want to lead by example and you don't want to be faking it. And it looks like, realistically, it really looks like Jordan Davis isn't faking it. Even all hearing the reports about Jordan Davis is living at the NovaCare Center. He's out there working out every day. He lost 20, 30 pounds. You can see it in his body. His calves look noticeably bigger. I'm so excited to see this man. He's talking about keeping his conditioning up through the season. He's saying all the words that make a man happy to be an Eagles fan or more happy to be an Eagles fan. I don't even know what to do. I'm going to go hug my pappy. I'm so happy to be an Eagles fan right now. It's crazy. But, yeah, man, I'm really excited to see Jordan Davis. I had to say him for the last person to talk about because y'all know that boy. If he can just get a couple pass moves. And he talked about it. He was working on his pass moves. He didn't like it. I'm like, man, if he could just get a couple, if he can get just a consistent bull rush and then a swim. It's a great time to be an Eagles fan. Hope y'all having a good day. It's Freaky Friday. Peace out. Oh. And I know we had a couple coordinators talk. I don't have time for that right now. I'm going to watch the video. I'm going to watch them a couple times. Write down some notes, but I'm going to get back to you on that.